Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome into another Big Men on Campus NBA preview video. We're taking a look at the NBA card for Thursday, November 7th. I'm the Big Men on Campus, joined with my partner in crime, Skee Profit. Skee, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, bro. Looking forward to find some winners. We only have 4 games, so let's get to it.
Yeah, last night didn't win. We got a push, which kind of sucks. Ben Simmons goes out. Um, I get a feeling if he plays, they likely win. Utah kind of caved towards the end of the game, but it is what it is. Didn't lose. What are we 4-1 since we started doing those? So we'll look to get something tonight. How'd your? I know your card last night, Ski. You lost another game by a half a point or a point. Those suck, don't they?
Man, they do suck, bro. It's the second day in a row, so I guess it'll even out, like you say, and just keep it going.
Yeah, I mean those always even out, man. Over the long run, you can't get too down on them. You just got to pick it up and move on. But 4 games tonight, not a big card, but there is some value on this card. Let's jump into it. First game, Boston Celtics heading on the road to take on the Hornets of Charlotte. Boston laying 7 total, 215.5. Interesting, this number was 7.5 when I was looking it over. Charlotte's been a good ATS team, Ski. 5-2 against the number. They've been good shooting the ball. Really good 3-point shooting team. Really been a scrappy group. They've won 3 in a row. But here's my big concern. First of all, Kemba Walker comes back to his old team. Second of all, you look at 2 step-up games this year against the Lakers and Clippers. Charlotte got run in those games. This is a good defensive team, as we know, with Boston. I'm going to sit this one out. Didn't have much on it. I like the way Charlotte's played, but a team that makes a lot of threes early in the season and gets run against bad teams, sooner or later, cream's going to rise to the top, and they're going to fall where we know they are. What do you like here? Do you like anything? This number coming down kind of weirds me out.
What did you say the number is now?
It's 7 now.
7. Yeah. What Charlotte has been shooting great. Last 5 games, 3-point percentage, they're eighth. I'm not quite sure how long it continues. It's been good to start the year, but we know Charlotte is a good home team. They're 2-1 so far as a home dog. It's an emotional game. Kemba going back to Charlotte. They didn't want to pay him the max. I think Charlotte is going to get up for this game too. I don't think they overlooked this game. 7 points kind of seems like a lot. Like I said, Charlotte has been a good home team. They started the year good. I would kind of lean more towards taking the points.
Yeah, Charlotte's interesting because they're pretty much a useless team in the NBA. I mean, they don't ever win anything, and I feel like you have one good thing about them, and it was Kemba Walker. And it's like, well, you don't want to pay him. Then what do you want to be as a team? I don't understand. It's kind of weird, but hey, Michael Jordan's a billionaire for a reason. I guess he makes the right decisions. But yeah, I mean they've been scrappy. I got to give them credit. I mean they were kind of getting blown out by the Pacers the other night. We're able to come back in that game. Rozier's played well. Devontae Graham's been good for them. Devontae Graham at 35 the other night. Player out of Kansas. He played well. The young guys that play well. This is a young team, Ski. I mean, Miles Bridges, P.J. Washington, Terry Rozier, Devontae Graham. And then you got Bismack Biyombo, Marvin Williams, kind of veterans, Cody Zeller. So they've been scrappy. I mean, you got to give it to them.
I'm not sure if Enes Kanter is going to be in this game either.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is PJ Washington's a nice player. I don't know if they could really exploit it. But yeah, I think if I had to play it, I'm always going to take the home team, especially with the number going the opposite way. Charlotte's been good, 5-2 against the number. You know how you stay in game, Ski, as an underdog? Make
What's
threes.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, I'm not good with math, Ski, but threes are a lot better than twos. So if I had to play it, I'd look to it. But I don't think this is going to be a consensus of ours or anything. All right, let's move on to the next one. Western Conference battle here. OKC heads on the road to take on the Spurs of San Antonio. Spurs only have 5 total to 12. Ski, have you ever been to San Antonio?
I have not.
Well, you should go because Pub Sports Radio, place that you do some stuff for, I do some stuff for. Ski, come to think of it, We should meet up down there, you and I. We'll
Yeah.
meet down there. We'll go to a Spurs game. Terrific city. I was actually down there. I've been to Pubs for Radio. They got great guys down there. Really nice town, beautiful place, great weather. They love their Spurs down there too. Good food. We should meet up down there, Ski. We'll meet up and do some shows together, and that's a great place to go, man. Really cheap to play to stay, and it's a good place. Really nice.
Hey, that sounds good to
Um,
me, big man.
and I'll tell you right now, it's the cleanest arena I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Like you could
Well,
literally eat off the floors. It's amazing.
I
Like
think I'd be all right, but
it's
I feel
really
you.
cool. Like their seats are like they have big seats and like armrests and shit. Like
Armrest.
and the armrest not only like it sits there obviously, but the armrest you can pull up. It's fucking
Recliner
cool.
chairs? What?
Yeah, it's a really cool place, man. I really like San Antonio. Really nice place. This game's interesting though. You know, Ski, Oklahoma City's been, let's be honest, pretty hard to watch offensively.
Yeah,
Good
I
thing
mean,
is they've been terrific defensively. And this is a Spurs team we've talked about, not good in the half court. They've struggled half court offense wise. This is a really good half court defense in Oklahoma City. Another team been good against the spread, 5-2. And you look at on the other side, Spurs 1-6 ATS this season. And you look at a lot of OKC's losses, Ski, not getting blown out, really having success, hanging in games. I like the Spurs, but there's just something missing from them, it seems like. I like Murray, and, Aldridge is a solid player, but I don't know. I don't really like some of the particulars here. I'll take a good defensive team any day of the week, and for a team that's just not particularly good in the half court, I kind of like this matchup for the Thunder. Their guards have been good.
yeah, I hear you on that. 4-1 against the spread. Their last 5. Thunder 2-0 as a road dog. Looking at last 5 game stats, they went. Their offense has even been better than San Antonio. Defense is second in the league. Slight rebounding advantage to San Antonio. The thing is, it's hard for me to see Greg Popovich and these Spurs go home where they're supposed to be so great after losing back-to-back games and just not show up. They are 0-3 as a home favorite. 0-2. The spread is -6 to -3. They beat the Thunder and covered all 5 home games last year. I think that Thunder team might have been a little bit better than this Thunder team, but it's a different team altogether. I just think the spot favors the Spurs. I can't really get there back in OKC just because I know Spurs are great at home, and I trust Popovich to get his team right for this game.
Bad thing about the Spurs, Ski, or a bad thing about the Thunder, who takes the ball at the end of the game? Like I mean, I guess Paul. I mean, that's about it. I mean, they're just not very good offensively, and it's always hard to back a team like that. So another lukewarm game here. I don't have much on it myself. Couple questions. Didn't you go to a country bar when you were in San Antonio with Blackjack? Yeah, fucking Blackjack wanted to go to this fucking bar in like the middle of nowhere, and I had literally like a tracksuit on, and like I was really out of place. It was hard. It was hard to like. I actually ended up Ski like sitting in the car the entire time. Like I didn't even want to go in. Like it was
That
really
sounds
bad.
like me. That sounds like
Yeah,
me.
it
I
was.
I'll
It
be
was
outside, man.
horrific. Yeah, it was way out of my comfort zone. But we should really do that, Ski. That I like chilling with you. You're a good dude. We should definitely go to where like we could see 2 games or something like that, and we'll do some shows and stuff. That actually be pretty cool, actually. Big Man and Blackjack, name a better duo. Why have a better one? Big Man and Ski.
There we go. We're doing pretty well.
Listen, I just fit with any duo, whether it's Blackjack, Donnie, Skee Profit. I'm just the man of all trades, as they say.
Blackjack couldn't get you to get that cowboy hat, though, huh?
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. I don't wear no fucking cowboy hats. That ain't my thing. All right. I always forget DeMar DeRozan's at the Spurs. I always forget that. I guess he could take the game over late too.
Spurs wish they could forget. They wish they still had Kawhi.
Yeah, Jesus. Ski, let me ask you. When the Spurs had Kawhi Leonard, I remember doing a show with Blackjack back when we did a show together, and I floated the idea that I wanted to trade Ben Simmons, a first-round pick, and another player. I want to say at the time, Markelle Fultz. straight up for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I mean, I would have done it, but the Spurs wouldn't have done it.
No, but I'm saying like I would have traded literally like outside of Embiid, anyone would have been on the trade block. Like if it meant like Simmons, Redick, and a pick or what like what would you have to do if you were the Spurs to make that deal? Would you need him? Like what would you do? Because again, they had no leverage, the Spurs.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, I probably would have needed Embiid because Simmons already showed that. I mean, me and you already had this discussion about Simmons, but in the playoffs,
yeah, but can Simmons? But again, like maybe Popovich could get something out of him that Brown can't.
they already had point guard, I think. So I think you would have needed to give up Embiid.
Yeah, and obviously, it's old news now because it ain't going to happen. But all right, Skee, let's get to the next game. Clippers and Blazers. Blazers laying, or actually, I'm sorry, they're getting 5.5. Total is 231, 230.5. I'm seeing 229s. This total's all over the place. Skee, this is a game I actually like. I like Portland in this game. And I'll tell you why. This might come out surprising to a lot of people. But if you look at every metric, defensively or offensively, these two teams are not 4 or 5 points different. In fact, they're about the same. You have a Portland team, Skee, that the last thing we remember is them losing to Golden State. Clips are overvalued to begin with. I'm not big on what happened the night before, and I know Kawhi didn't play, but you look at some of the other players. Lou Williams played a lot of minutes. Montrezl Harrell played a lot of minutes. Patrick Beverley played a lot of minutes. One thing about the Clippers, Skee, that I'm really concerned with, this defense has not looked particularly good. Against 3-point laden teams, they've gotten beat up. They're allowing a lot of threes, and this is a Portland team that can really shoot the rock. I also don't love the bigs for the Clippers. I don't think you can really exploit Whiteside and whoever else they throw out there. I actually really like the points here. I like the Blazers.
You made a lot of good points, big man. So let me try to recap one by one, which ones I really agree with. Clippers, last 5 games, defensive rating is 6. The thing is, like you said, they're guarding the paint. They're not guarding the perimeter. Defense on the perimeter, they're 22nd. And 3-point percentage for Portland, they're 5th. So they should take advantage of that tonight. You talked about Whiteside. Whiteside destroyed the Clippers last year. When he played them, I think he had like a 22-17 game. So, I mean, they're little. I expect Whiteside to do damage tonight. And the Clippers, the last thing that you brought up that I agree with completely, look at the first back-to-back that they played. They didn't really care about that game. They just kind of took the first game off. Yesterday, they were playing. Lou Will played 39 minutes. Montrez played 39 minutes. Pat Bev played 35 minutes. They're going to be tired. It's not like the same situation as that first turnaround. And then for Portland, like you said, they lost outright to Golden State. The game before that, another 1-point loss. They lost to, on the buzzer beater to
the Sixers.
There you go. They lost on the buzzer beater.
I actually bet against them in that game, yeah.
And so Portland's going to come in this game motivated, ready to play. And the Clippers, I think they're going to get tired legs as the game goes on. Yeah, Kawhi didn't play, but Kawhi can't do everything.
Yeah, this one jumped out at me, I will say. Now, look, here's another thing to kind of wet your whistle with here. This number has not moved. It's sit at 5.5 all day.
Because everybody's going to back the Clippers.
That's a concern.
Look at these numbers right here, too. I mean, I don't know what they are as a total, but they're 2-0 for the Clippers when the spread is -7 and -4, 2-1 home favorite. Everybody just thinks Kawhi sat. Clippers are supposed to dominate. I just don't think it's so fast. Portland,
yeah, because again,
as a road dog.
Kawhi Leonard is, I mean, he's the best player in the world, arguably, but the rest of the team's got to play well. And I got to be honest, like, look at the Clippers right now. Like, I like Beverly, and again, I mean, but one thing about Beverly, he's not a great offensive player. He's a lockdown defender. Lou Williams is great, but I mean, again, I'm not a big fan of like the early season stuff, like, oh, everybody's tired, but they played a lot of minutes last night. It's pretty simple. I like Portland here. I and again, I don't love them as a team. I would love Collins in there, and I want Nurkic back because I think Nurkic and Whiteside are really great 1-2 tandem because Nurkic can give you that great offensive game. Whiteside's more of a defender, shot blocker. Collins can do a little also, but Rodney Hood's been really good for them. They were getting a nice performance the other night from Anthony Simmons. He played well for them. I really like the Clippers. Again, this doesn't go to or the Blazers. This doesn't go till 10:30 tonight. So again, I want to see where this line goes because once the public really starts coming in to bet this game, the line already doesn't make sense to me. It should move, and it hasn't.
If it moves, I think it moves down towards Portland.
That's the thing. It goes down to 5, right?
Right.
That's really concerning. So,
another look on this game really quick. We talked about motivation for Portland. Clippers usually, you should get tired legs as the game goes on, but they've been slow starting. They're 2-6 against the spread on the first quarter. After the loss to Golden State, after the loss on that buzzer beater, I think Portland comes out strong here. And Lillard and CJ play majority of the first quarter anyway. So I would kind of like that look too.
Well, I like that look, and I also like the full game because I'm kind of looking to cash in on maybe some tired legs late in the game.
I agree. That's why I like the full game too.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, last night, for all you shitheads out there that said Dallas, taking Orlando's nuts, they're going to get killed. By the way, let's shout out Orlando last night, Skee. They hit over 100 points, and they covered.
Yeah, they did. Couldn't quite get the win, but they hit their 100 and they covered. You're right.
And you know what pissed me the fuck off last night? Every fucking game that I gave out on this show hit, and the one game that I actually played and told people to bet, all the people that are following it, I took fucking it was my 3rd loss of the season.
I hear you on that, man. It gets like that.
I'll tell you though, that Knicks team, they played well. Tony fucking Snell just couldn't miss. Tony Snell didn't miss last night from 3 or 2.
Hey, Detroit is, I don't know, at home, sometimes you get that.
They were on fire last night. Sometimes you got to chalk it up and say, you know what? This team was just on fire, and they were on fire.
They shot like 58%, I think.
The whole game, I know. It's like the third quarter, late third quarter. They're still shooting 60%. Get the fuck out of here. Come on,
well, that's
man.
A lot of Drummond too, probably, huh?
Oh, Drummond killed them. Yeah. Weirdly enough. All right, last game here. Phoenix laying 1, hosting Miami, the Heat. 2 teams that Skee both are playing well, having a nice start to the season. Suns are 7-0 against the number for anyone playing at home. I had them the other night against the Sixers. I felt very good about it, and I got to tell you, Skee, if you agree with me here, I want this to be the consensus. The Suns are still undervalued in this game. They are. Let me tell you why. You know who leads the league in turnover rate?
I would guess. Oh, dang! I wouldn't guess the Suns, but
no, the league. No, I'm talking about basically the team that turns the ball over the most.
Oh, okay. What are you gonna tell me? Miami.
Miami.
You know who leads like a real point guard? That's why.
And you know who leads the league in points off turnovers per possession?
There you go.
The Suns. Listen, let me tell you why the Suns are playing well. Yeah, I know Devin Booker's a fucking G. I know their bench is a lot better. Baines has been a really solid backup. Ricky fucking Rubio is why they're playing better. He's a real point guard. He defends. He gives you 15 a game, and he puts his colleagues in good positions. Give me Phoenix here again. They're 2 undervalued here. They should be a 3-point favorite, not a 1-point favorite. Give me Phoenix here. They win this game and cover.
Let me ask you, how many points would Devin Booker have for you to think Phoenix wins?
How many points would he have to have tonight for them to win? Well, first of all, I don't love Miami on defense. They've kind of sped up. I think 30.
All right, I'm gonna disagree here, big man. I'm gonna tell you why. But the one thing I do like in your favor, Miami plays the Lakers tomorrow, so it could be like a look ahead.
Right. And again, look at Miami on the road.
Yeah,
it's not.
They're 1-1 against the number.
Right, but I think a lot of their stats have been kind of ballooned because they played that game against the Rockets where they scored like a ton of points.
My
Like
bad.
I
One
like the
one as a
Miami
road
Heat.
dog.
Like don't get me wrong, I like Miami. I like their. I love Hero but do we really believe Nunn's going to play like this all season? Like some of
He
their
hasn't
other,
been playing well. The past 2
yeah,
games, he kind of fell off. Let me tell you my cap, big man. You said Booker has to get 30. Last 5 games, defensive rating, Miami's 5th. And who they have over there, they got a dog in Jimmy Butler. You should know a little bit of something about him.
of
And
course.
he plays some defense. I think he could slow Booker down. If anybody could do it, I think Jimmy Butler is more than capable. And
Listen. Let me tell you why that's not going to happen. And we're going to. Did you watch him last year against Jimmy Butler?
I can't recall.
Dropped 37 a game last year against the Sixers. Just
Okay,
saying.
You would know.
Listen, he kills the Sixers. That's just what Booker does. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, you know who my favorite player in the league is? Booker. I love the kid. I think he is a fucking star. And the only reason he's not a star is because people don't want to give him any fucking credit. He's a fucking G, that kid. Him and Lillard are mean, bro. Mean. Like, they're butter, dude. Like,
Yeah, I feel
Booker is nasty, dude.
Hey, who? Let me see. Offense, we put to Phoenix, right? Phoenix has the better offense in this game. Defense, I think that's Miami. They've been playing better defense lately. Rebounding, Miami. I don't know. Suns, I think they're a bit overvalued now.
I disagree. I think the Heat are being overvalued, and I think that the turnover stuff scares me, man. They're an erratic team. I think.
I don't know, man. My numbers say that the Heat. They said that last game and they got blown out. So
we're disagreeing here. We're disagreeing here. I like the Suns. I'm very high on this group. I like their bench a lot. I like what Baines has done for them. And let me ask you, Skee. Let's say you're building a team right now. Who would you rather have, Booker or Butler?
Booker, no hesitation.
No hesitation, right? Okay. You think Booker's top 10 in the league?
Ooh, top 10 players. He might just be
let's just say
of it.
Okay, let's say this. Let's say, is Booker, as far as just pure scorers, he's a top 5 player in the league as a pure scorer.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have too much argument there.
Like, he can get 40 easy.
If he's not top 5, he's not far from it.
And his defense isn't great, but like, he's really fucking dominating, man.
I agree. If they could have had they don't need him now, but I always kind of wanted, even when he played for the Lakers, D'Angelo Russell and Devin Booker. I like both of them.
Yeah, no, Russell's a scorer too. I made the case last year. I would have backed the Brinks truck up to Booker if I were the Sixers. I would have did whatever I had to do. You imagine him, Simmons wouldn't have to shoot. Think about that. Simmons, Embiid,
I don't know. This is why I don't know. Because if he wouldn't have to shoot with Booker, why does he have to shoot with JJ Redick? You got JJ Redick spreading the floor already. Booker's going to do the same difference. Spreading the floor.
Redick's one dimension. All he can do is shoot threes. I don't want Redick. Get him out of there.
That's what you need next to Ben, though. You don't need a playmaker, really.
No, give me Booker, man. Get rid of Ben. I don't give a fuck. Get rid of him.
There you go.
Get rid of Ben. Just give me Booker and Embiid. Booker and Embiid.
One question for you, big man. We had a big discussion about this back in the day. Do you like Donovan Mitchell? You like Ben Simmons? Who you like more right now?
Right now, Mitchell.
There you go.
Look, I don't mind. Like, to me in the NBA, I think you can get off with like having like a pretty solid point guard that looks to pass first and create. Like, I'm good with that. I don't need Chris Paul as my point guard. Like, I'll take Rubio. Like, I'm good with him. Give me Rubio. I'm good with that.
I feel you on that.
Just give me a 2 guard that can fucking score. And if I'm not going to get like a Rubio type, I want a guy that could score, and give me Mitchell. Yeah.
I agree.
It's a shame Simmons won't shoot the ball, because if he could, I think he'd be a top 5 player in the league. But
even Giannis is putting him up there now, hitting him too. 4-7 from 3 yesterday.
Well, listen, I live in Philly, so let me give you some info. I know this from personal, like people that I know and like that are really close to me that know stuff that like know people. Ben's partying a lot. Let me be the first to tell you. Okay,
I
I
wouldn't
know
doubt
that.
it. He was with the Kardashian girl and
But
shit.
he's single
Oh.
now. Like he's out there doing stuff, man. And there's a lot of question of does Ben want to be a great player? Like, is he okay with just being an all-star?
Well, how many years has he been in the league now? Is it 3? Is it third
This is
year?
the third full season. Yeah.
He should at least like be trying to shoot some kind of mid range by now.
If I were the Sixers, what I would have did, get rid of Brett Brown. He should have been fired last year.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And move Simmons. But again, you just gave him a big contract.
Has he even
Listen,
like improved his game at all?
No.
Anything?
No.
Nothing.
No. And the thing with this current team is you've given outside of Embiid, you've given Al Horford, Tobias Harris, you've given them both basically max money, and Ben Simmons. And you're still not good enough to win the NBA title, dude.
You got to get rid of Ben.
Like you don't have a scorer, closer on this team.
This is my thing, big man. For your when you have Ben and you have Embiid, that's why Embiid takes so many threes because it's like it's so crowded. He's like forced to go on the perimeter.
He kind of has to, yeah.
Yeah, you got to get rid of Ben, or maybe get a better shooting big, or have shooters all surrounding him. But I would get rid of Ben. Probably.
Here's a move I would have made last year as well. Give me Ingram, Ball, and that.
Oh man,
pick.
Don't remind me.
I would have did that. You would have had Ben.
I would have said, "Fuck that." I would have been rioting over here.
Bro, give me Ball, Ingram, and Embiid, and again a top 5 pick. I would have got. Who would I have gotten? Well, they ended up. Who did they get with that pick?
I don't remember, but I know I'm missing Ingram right now. I like Lonzo too. I'm missing Lonzo too. Fuck. I don't like Anthony Davis, bro. He ain't even like. I mean, he's a great player, but it's like as it's been so far, I kind of wish we had Ingram and Lonzo still.
Yeah. All right. So consensus ski, is it Portland?
You know it is. You know it's Portland.
Yeah.
Plus the 5.5. Don't wait. We don't need it to go down to 5. We don't need it to move. Oh
yeah, they traded the pick and the Hawks took Hunter. So basically, the Sixers would have Hunter, who I would love him. He's a great defender. Brandon Ingram, who's just a great wing, and Ball. Instead of that, fuck Ben Simmons. And look, I want to make it clear, I don't hate Ben. I wish he would shoot, and it's annoying.
It is.
Our boy Lucky's checking it. I know Lucky personally. He's a friend of mine. He knows some stuff about Ben also. And listen, Ski, let me tell you something. You ever hear you ever hear like in your city, the plug? Like somebody who's like the plug?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
My man Lucky, he's a fucking plug. Listen,
there you go.
Listen, do you remember? I don't know if you remember this real quick before we go. This summer, a dude shot 6 cops in Philly. Okay? This Lucky was hitting me up. Yo, it's this guy. Yo, it's this guy. Like, yo, he was on point with this shit, man. This dude's a plug, bro. Like, not that
He's
would
in
know.
the streets over there in Philly, huh?
Well, yeah, he knows. Like, he knows everybody, man. And again, I will admit the info ended up not being correct, but his ears in the streets. He knows shit. And that's the kind of people you know. And let me tell you something. The big man on campus is allowed to know that shit in them neighborhoods. Listen, Ski, last year, this is the last thing I'll say, and then we'll go. Last year, I was at Temple. Now, Temple's in North Philly. It's in the middle of North Philly. Like, you're living alongside of residents and drug dealers and shit. It's fucking nuts. I was at Temple. I called Lucky. I said, yo, where you at? He goes, I'm on Cleveland Street, which is like in the hood right near Temple. It's like 12 at night. Like, it's dead winter, cold. The only people on the street are trappers. That's it. That's it. And undercovers. That's it. So I go over there and I call him. I say, because I had a dude I knew in the neighborhood. I said, yo, where you at? He's like, I'm on Cleveland Street. And I'm like, look, I don't know if I should come over there right now. I go over there. I was like real close to probably being like murked. It was bad. Like there were people that didn't know who I was. They were,
Yeah, that's how it gets. You can't be walking in there like that.
But you know what? I walk out of the car. Lucky goes, because I'm circling the fucking. He goes, yo, he's good with me. He's good.
There you go.
Then I was good. Because my guy that I knew in the neighborhood wasn't there. So I was kind of just, I hope Lucky can vouch for me here. Because in Philly, you don't go into neighborhoods that aren't yours.
I feel you on that. It's like that here too. But
Yeah.
it's like it's like that here, but
gang
a guy like
yeah.
me. I was always the kid who played basketball, and so everybody just says, "Oh, that's the hooper. Just leave him alone." Blah blah
Yeah,
blah. So I'm pretty
that's
cool
great.
everywhere.
That's a good point also. Yeah. People that are good are like basketball players because they're respected. White dudes that just everybody knows they're down and they got flat swag. And then like the people that are plugs. So wherever you live, you're a plug. You get it while you live. You got a guy, you know?
Yep.
So all right. We'll go consensus Portland +5.5.
Yeah, I like that play a lot. That was when I came into the show ready to bet.
Yeah,
and,
everything else.
We disagreed on the rest. We'll see if I come to get any of the other ones. But
the only game that I'm going to consider betting outside of Portland would be Phoenix. But I'll be interested to see where that line goes. That doesn't go till 9:30, so I'll be interested to see who finishes a favorite. I don't think it'll be interesting to watch, Gee. The public will be on either the Hawks or the Suns, so should be interesting either way.
Definitely interesting.
Looks like our friend King Rail is in the chat, a polarizing figure in the sports betting community.
Oh, man. The one time I can't see the chat.
Yeah, well. King Rail, a polarizing figure in sports betting. He's taken a page out of the Big Men on Campus book. I don't think is a great idea, but he's got to trailblaze his own way. No, I'll give him advice, but he knows. He knows that But hey, listen, SBR is a bunch of fucking shitheads, man. They just are. I mean, fuck them.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, man.
So, all right, Skee, good stuff, man. Good to see you. We'll be back Friday with a better card. We got a lot more games tomorrow. Love Friday cards. Love them. 6:30, we'll be back. We like the Trailblazers. We're 4-1 on our consensus plays here on the show, Skee and I. The only reason we're not 5-1 is because we got a push last night with the Sixers +2. Skee, anything else before we wrap up?
Nah, man. I mean, I'll shoot you my leans if you guys want. Just Charlotte, San Antonio, and Miami, but I didn't play any of them yet. And you can find me on Twitter at Skee Profit. Find my work at Wager Talk. Great rocking with you guys, and thanks for watching. Yeah, also, like I said, Skee, we got to figure out something down in San Antonio maybe. You're doing, some stuff with pubsportsradio.com, so am I. And by the way, I write blogs there too. Go check them out. My Premier League blog is up 10 units this season. Listen, as usual, another sport I cash in, Premier League. Nobody does it like me. Go check Skee out as well. He does some stuff there. And check him out on Twitter at Skee Profit. I'm the big man. He's Skee. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Later.